immortals out. Ender has 5 immortals, so any sort of marauder attack is is going to be destroyed by those. Hellions aren't armored, so they won't have any damage bonus by those immortals, but anytime you have 5 immortals on the field, you're probably feeling pretty confident. And how many sentries here? About 5 sentries as well, so force fields are going to help trap units for those immortals to pick off so easily. Yeah, Ender has just such a strong force here. Already getting this 3rd base mining pretty heavily. Nothing on this 4th base yet. Kind of got a little ahead of himself, but he's planning ahead just to get so many minerals. Look at the mineral tab again. Let's see. Minerals are actually fairly even. Gfinny making use of mules, so that's going to help him out quite a bit. Ender's still outproducing him in gas, though, a little bit. Once he gets that 4th base saturated, he'll have quite the income. Gfinny keeping up with supply quite well, even though he's 2 bases down. More mules coming in, so that will help him even more. And as we see, he needs to build a couple more production facilities in order to start spending those minerals from those mules. So Gfinny playing very well, trying to catch up right now. We see Ender has 1, 2, 3 observers on the map right now, so he is playing very, very safe, very, very solid. Not sure if he has more immortals or not. Still just 5 immortals, so not exactly sure. Yeah, we do see a Colossus in production now, so he does have Thermal Lance producing, Zealot Charge producing, +1 armor upgrade producing, and 2 Colossus producing. So that is going to be quite a force for Gfinny to have to deal with. So many upgrades coming up, and so much firepower in this army. Although he doesn't have like too many units, the units that he does have are extremely, extremely powerful. See Gfinny producing a few more medevacs and siege tanks. So siege tanks, if he's going to get the siege tanks down, that will help him do a lot of damage. And we do see ghost play out of him, so that's very great. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get what he's planning to get with that. Probably just some nice EMPs to take down the Protoss shields before battle. But that's really great that he's using the ghost tech in this case. Kind of underutilizing his Protoss. Might be expecting Psystorm, but that's not the tech route that we see here. And we see 2 Colossus being produced at a time now by Ender, so once he hits about 6 Colossus, that's going to be pretty unbeatable force. So he has 2 right now, 2 more in making, so 4 Colossus. If he gets 6, that's kind of the number of death there. He gets 6 Colossus. You can basically just one-shot a whole line of infantry so quickly, and basically your Terran units will just melt away. You see good Banshee pressure, fully charged energy Banshees coming in, so they'll be able to cloak and hide. Ender does have pretty good photon cannon placement here, kind of in all areas of his base, not really any area that's exposed. Ender moving out here, so this is going to be, he feels it's time. He's got 4 bases, so well defended, all of them with photon cannons, all pretty saturated right now. If you look at the tug of war, he's at 2,100 minerals per minute, so it's hard to even spend that much, as you can see. He is banking about 1,400 minerals. He's going to hit max pretty soon, and this is not looking too good. He does have his tank sieged up pretty well. He's going to be able to take out this first line of stalkers, but when the immortals get up there, they're going to do a lot of damage. Ender using the Colossus just to go for the mineral line, and the rest of the forces actually might get picked off here by this good siege tank placement by Gfinny. He's going to pick off the rest of these forces, but doesn't really have anything to deal with these Colossus right now, so that's causing him so much trouble. You see supply-wise, Gfinny catching up really, really nicely there. Unfortunately, he's not mining from the second base at all. These Colossus are causing him so much trouble. See if these Banshees can get in and do some damage. Yeah, and Ender's going to have to fall away now. Again, though, he is producing more Colossus. Has another Colossus at home and 1 more about to finish. So he'll be up to 5 Colossus. 4 Colossus. 1 was picked off by Gfinny, so Ender being a little indecisive of where he wanted to attack. He thought he was strong enough to move his Colossus just to the mineral line and use the Immortals to take out the siege tanks and the rest of the forces, but He wasn't able to get close enough to the siege tank, so very, very nice repel by Gfinny at that point. As we can see, though, Ender making use of his high economy and is able to get back up to 163. Gfinny slowly plotting up the supply. Very, very nice. He's going to run out of minerals here pretty soon, especially with so many mules mining. So he's going to have to expand. He's already started to attack these rocks a little bit, but probably was distracted by giant Protoss army attacking. So hopefully he remembers to go back and finish off those rocks so he can start another command center. Putting up a sensor tower. This is a play I really like that Gfinny does quite often, is put up the sensor tower so that you can see and prepare for any attacking force. Ender still on 4 bases. His back one is pretty much mined out. The natural is getting mined out, but he still has so many minerals left on these other 2 bases he took. And he's up to 185 supply. He's going to have to attack pretty soon just because he has so many minerals in the bank. He'll be able to restock his army so quickly. Good idea here by Gfinny to try to do a little counterattack. Try to draw some of Ender's forces away, but the timing on this is just going to be just a little bit unlucky because right now Ender is moving out. And without those forces and those drop ships, Gfinny is going to suffer quite a heavy defeat in this battle. He does have nice 5 siege tanks. 2 of them get picked off immediately. These Colossus, 4 Colossus are just, wow, that is so much damage by Colossus. Colossus really, really powerful in this game. I don't know if you heard the joke about the Colossus over, why the Colossus fell over. But the reason is because it's imbalanced. So a little hate for the Protoss there, even though I'm one of them. Ender making perfect use, 6 Colossus, just as I hoped for. He lost 1, but 6 Colossus army is so powerful, and really hard for any turn army to defend against. We do see attack by Gfinny. It's just kind of a last-ditch effort. Doesn't have enough, and GG's out. So a really interesting play. You see Ender taking advantage of huge economy play, getting maxed armies in both the games that he won, and making use of Colossus, finding Gfinny's forces in choke points, and making use of the Colossus to take him down. So unfortunately, Gfinny lost. Great job by Ender. Very, very well played. Very smart economics here. He's not afraid to expand ever. And really interesting play with the photon cannons, making any sort of counterattacks pretty much null and void because he uses so many photon cannons. It's just really smart, safe play, and really difficult to defeat. So very, very good by Ender. And again, this was game 3, so happy to see 3 games out of 1 match at least. And anyways, I'll see you guys in the next game.